I have hit the go live button. Now, is it actually live? We'll find out in a few moments. In the meantime, I'll play with these Pokemon for a little bit in this camp. While we wait for people to show up because I started a little bit early. And hello and good morning, gamers. Welcome to another silly stream where I let a wheel decide what game I'm going to play. This time around, I've actually made the list of games a little bit shorter. Last couple of streams we did this, I had like 20-30 games on that list. This time, the list is a lot shorter, but hello. Welcome, UWR. Hello, random nonsense. That's basically the stream. Hello. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a hard time reading your name. It's not Bertram, and it's not Gorb, and it's not the Master Trainer. You guys have easy names to pronounce. But Elatro, Joker, Mamma Mia. I'm just gonna call you Joker. But hello, welcome gamers, welcome to the stream. I am starting a few minutes early, just cause you know, I give myself a little bit of leeway, cause for me this is usually like in the morning. I'm like, maybe, you know, I'm gonna feel a little hungry. Maybe I'm gonna want to make a coffee. Maybe I'm gonna want to watch a YouTube video about an announcement about a video game. Cause a lot of the gacha games I play, they do like news streams on Friday mornings, so sometimes I just want to watch them, you know. This time there wasn't much, so here we are, and welcome. Good morning. We got Wahi, we got Paul. It's gonna be fire. We'll see. Oh snap, a stream. Heck yeah, I've been doing these every Friday. Do you like Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet more? Okay, so we're gonna look at the current background I'm using. First of all, spoiler for an upcoming video eventually, probably a month from now or two. But this isn't Sword and Shield. I like Sword and Shield because it's not as glitchy. I often get, actually this is a pet peeve of mine, I often get comments on my Scarlet Violet videos where I'm like, oh no gamers, look, there's a glitch. And they'll be like, well of course there's a glitch, you modded your Switch, what do you think is gonna, I'm like, what makes you assume I've modded my Switch? Why is the assumption that the Switch is what? Nintendo would kill me if I did that. I don't have a MCN protecting me. I don't mod the Switch. The game is glitchy out of the box. Anyways, yeah, what's on the wheel? Here we go, gamers. So I don't know if you can see the top of it. Yeah, I don't know why this crop is so weird. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you the problem. Like, if I want to uncrop this box, I have to do it on this screen. Otherwise, and it's like hidden in filters. It's weird. I'm just gonna do 40, and hopefully this will. It's still just as bad. It didn't fix anything. It's like I did nothing at all. Ay ay ay. Anyways, gamers. The games on today's wheel, we have Pokerogue. I enjoyed that. We have Sea of Stars. I enjoyed that. You might notice that a lot of the other games are kind of gone. It's because I tried to play them because they're all like, I looked them up. They take like 5 to 10 minutes, not minutes, but hours to play. So I started playing them and they're all Metroidvanias. I'm not a biggest fan of Metroidvania style games, so I just took them off the list. Which Pokemon game is your favorite, and which do you think has the best story? I think Sun and Moon has the best story. In terms of favorite, I like Gold and Silver, just Gen 2 in general. Are you getting the Switch too? Yes, I'll probably stream Mario Kart 8, not 8, World. Mario Kart World. And there's a chance I might get that like Switch tech review demo game that's like $10. That should have been free. I'll probably get that and make a video on it. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about that. I played Scarlet and Violet for a while and haven't encountered glitch 1, even while trying to get glitches. Interesting. Yeah, a lot. I think it's a catch-22. Some people have it, some people don't. And I think I'm just the unlucky one that ended up getting a bunch of glitches on my Scarlet Violet saves. But I mean, it is what it is. I have 2 different Switches that I've played it on, and both of them it's kind of lagging glitchy. So, you know. Luck of the draw, I suppose. Okay. There's no way you're gonna be spending money. Yeah, so I might, cause it's a business expense for me. It's $10. By the way, when someone says business expense, that means it's $10 that I don't have to pay taxes on. But like I still have to pay sales tax when I'm buying the thing, so I still pay taxes one way or another. But I don't have to pay income tax on those $10, which would be like 20-30%. So in reality, it ends up costing me. Realistically, it's like I would have had to pay $2 to $3 in taxes. So in reality, it only cost me $7 instead of $10. That's what I mean by business expense. Business expense means it was 30% cheaper. That's if you were ever curious. Anyways, rest of the games, we have Owlboy. I started playing this one. Seems pretty cute. Haven't played Splatoon 3 in a while, so we have Splatoon 3 Salmon Run on there. We got Sword and Shield Dynamax Adventures. Well, we're already in Sword and Shield. It'd be fun to do some Dynamax Adventures, wouldn't it? I hear Persona 5 Royale is a game I should play. Everyone's like, you should play Persona. You should play but that's a 200-hour game, so I've never started it. Legends Brachious. This is Legends Arceus as Brock. We got Undertale. We got Cat Quest. The only Quest game that survived it. All the other ones were Metroidvanias. I might make a video about this. Like, why are so many indie games Metroidvanias? I feel like anyone going out to make an indie game, you have so many options for what game you could make. Also, let me put you guys on the other screen so I can see you. And then they make Metroidvania. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. I just want to see you guys on screen. Okay. Then we have Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. This was an April Fool's joke that turned into an actual video game. And then we have Rainbow Billy. This is a game one of my friends worked on. Oh yeah, One Shot. One Shot's an indie game. Wait, I'll put One Shot on here. I used to have One Shot. I think I took it out by accident. And then Wuthering Waves, which is a gacha game. They have like a new thing. Haven't played it yet. So we'll have this. All right. We're gonna start spinning this wheel now because it's basically the typical stream start time. And let's see. I want to respond to chat though. And drink a little bit of coffee. There's no way. The glitches made the game so much better. Yeah, some of the glitches are funny. You once fell through the ground in Scarlet. Thankfully I did not experience that. I remember playing the game. I didn't know what happened, but the spawn rates for like every Pokemon flipped. Kilowattrel spinning way too far north. That is interesting. I really wish there was like a book showing all the glitches that happened, but Metroidvania is hard, but it's one of my favorite. Yeah, no, I can see the appeal to Metroidvanias, absolutely. It's just I personally don't enjoy them that much. They start to feel very repetitive. Like Hollow Knight did something very different than most other Metroidvanias, so I don't mind it. Oh, we're not playing Persona. Also, let me pull up some music. Ignore all the things you just saw on screen. Ignore all the spoilers I accidentally showed because it popped up in that window. Instead of music, I was about to start playing the soundboard. You guys want a Vine Boom? It might be loud. It might be loud. Warning. Okay, anyways. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Where's my music folder? Okay, there it is. There, I found it. It's okay. It's okay, gamers. I'm prepared. I'm a good streamer, I promise. Okay. Now we got some vibe music going. We're not playing Persona 5. Let's see what else gets removed from this list. Biggest glitch I had was being stuck animation for 2 minutes. I don't know if I recorded or not. Well, 2 minutes is a long time to be falling. Metroid and Hollow Knight are my two favorites. There was another one that okay, we're not playing Splatoon either. There was another game that added quite a bit of. Now I'm enjoying the music a little too much. This is why I don't have the music on sometimes. It's just the music vibes. I lost my train of thought. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Animal Well. That was another interesting Metroidvania. That seemed quite different than everything else I've seen, but it's what it is. One time you tried to do a picnic and the table just didn't appear. That was me as well. I had that glitch in the penny run. It happened twice. Well, a one shot is off the list as soon as I put it on there. Quite unfortunate. When I try to make a sandwich, the bread and everything just... Yep, that was also me. Yep. For Coco would enjoy the floor bread, absolutely. Yep, Pokemon in the back or Steven Stone run. I've been wanting to do a Steven Stone run forever, and I keep putting it off. Oh no, not the Sea of Stars. I wanted to play Sea of Stars. I actually enjoyed it. I wanted to keep going, but the wheel said we will not be playing. We'll not be playing Sea of Stars today. Okay. Also, when you did a Union Circles, one of the players was literally running on top of their right on. Yup. Gathering wives. We're not gonna be gathering wives during this stream. Very unfortunate. Not really. It's a gacha game. I don't mind. I don't mind not showing the gacha games. Alola Lily. Hope you're doing good. Hope your vacation was good. All right. What else? What else does the wheel leave us? Alright, no Dynamax adventures. To be fair, this time around I put in a lot more Pokemon options, but the wheel has decided against all the Pokemon options. And it's also decided against Undertale, so we will not be seeing Sans tonight, or today. I don't know what time zone you guys are in. Please teach them a lesson. Hello, I don't know what your name is very long, but hello. Also, I forgot to remove this one. It's always so loud. I love Sycamore, but it's such a loud music. I believe you mean Wuthering Waves. Yep, I mean Wuthering Waves, yeah. I haven't played the new... Is it Chinkana? There's like a new bard lady. Why is half this music so loud? I'll turn it down a bit. They did not balance these levels now. Okay, I'm focused. I promise. Just call me Minky. Okay. Right now it's the morning for me. Good morning. Oh, we're not murdering Sonic the Hedgehog, I suppose. Okay, we got about 5 games left. We got Pokerogue, Owlboy, Legends Bronchius, Cat Quest, and Rainbow Billy. Let's see how far we get. You had a decent time. You might be proud of me because you just graduated college with your bachelor's. Let's go! Congratulations. May I ask what you majored in? Or is that asking too much? But either way, congratulations. You did it. You achieved education. No Rainbow Billy. Now we're back to the Google Chrome looking wheel. Oh, Pokerogue's gonna get the boot. Pokerogue's gonna get the boot. No, so close to Pokerogue stream again. Alright, so we're left with Owlboy, which I think Cat Quest is the one I don't want to stream, but we'll do it if we'll do it if that's what the game wants. That's what the wheel decides. But the wheel decides that we're not gonna do Cat Quest. Let's. I'm sorry, Cat Quest developers, if you're watching this ever. I actually enjoyed the game. I just think it's not very. It's not the game I want to stream at the moment. But now the question is, am I gonna be streaming an indie game known as Owlboy, which is, I guess, in a way potentially a Metroidvania, but has actually a lot more story in it? Or will I stream Legends Arceus as Brock? The fates, they got very different outcomes today. Let's see which will it be. What will I be streaming? Well, gamers, strap on in. Strap on in, gamers. Legends Arceus Brock. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, gamers. This is gonna be us. This is gonna be us. What is Brock doing in Legends Arceus? That's the stream. That's gonna be the stream. We're gonna be playing Legends Arceus as the one and only Brock. It's broccoli time, gamers. It's broccoli time. Alright, let me turn off the Steven Stone run. Let me turn this run off. Technically already got your diploma. This is more ceremony, making it official. Bachelor's of Science, Liberal Arts, Journalism. Nice, congratulations. Brock moment. Yep, it's time for Brock. Hello, Leor. Better have his team too. Well, we do have his team. That's the nice. The reason I even put it on there as an option is because Brock's team does in fact appear in Legends Arceus. We might do a quick planning though, just to make sure his team does appear in Legends Arceus. Because did I plan this? No, I put it on the wheel anyways. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a whole screen share instead of just the wheel. And then we're gonna do Brock Pokemon. And then we're gonna look at Brock Pokemon anime actually. Because the anime Brock, he has a lot more Pokemon. The heck? Anyways. ignore what you just saw. Let's see what Mr. Brock has in terms of teams. Why is he holding a sword? That's not a sword. I'm questioning the anime so much. This is starting to look like an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures right now, the stuff I'm looking at. Brock wearing the tuxedo, Brock in an apron, Brock in samurai attire. I didn't know Brock had so many outfits. Anyways, see, like anime Brock, he's got a lot of Pokemon. He's got Onix and Steelix. He's got Krogunk. That's in Legends Arceus. I don't think Lotad's in there. Chansey's definitely in there, but I don't know if we're gonna use a Chansey. But he has that Sudowoodo. Yeah, Sudowoodo. He's got Crobat. So I think what we're gonna do for Brock's team of Pokemon is gonna be Geodude line. Is gonna be Sudowoodo. Is gonna be Krogunk. I think we add the Crobat. I don't remember the Crobat all that much, but I think we're gonna add. I don't know if you guys don't want a specific Pokemon, just be like, no, don't do this Pokemon. He had a Happiny. Let's see, Togepi. There's a Pokemon he gave away. He had a lot of Pokemon. My gosh. Oh yeah, the Onix line. Onix? That's in Legends Arceus, right? Onix Pokemon? No, not Card, not Brock. Don't. Oh. Cerebi. Let's see. Is that in Legends Arceus? Yeah, it is in Legends Arceus. Yeah, so we can have an Onix. He had a Uxie? Wow. He has a lot of Pokemon, this guy. And spin-off games. There was a Pokemon visual novel? I don't know if there is a Vulpix. Ludicolo, Marshtomp, Onix, Geodude, Graveler, Golem. Yeah, we'll have those. How many Pokemon is this? Geodude, Sudowoodo, Krogunk, Crobat, Onix. I think we need to pick one more. Never thought I'd see Maid Brock, you know? I'm not surprised. Oh, Vulpix he raised to be a better breeder, and then he let it go. I see. Let's do another one. Pokemon Brock. Let's just see what he has in the games. There's also Brock games, right? But like here, he just has like the generic guys. I mean, he does have Rhyhorn in some games. I don't associate Brock with Rhyhorn though, but he does have it. It seems. And then he ditches it, so maybe he doesn't have it. I don't think the Rhyhorn counts. He never keeps it. Cubone, Vulpix. Oh, he does have Vulpix in Stadium though. Oh yeah, check out Masters. Yeah, that's another good one too. I'm trying to think like what's the most iconic Brock Pokemon, right? So he has the Geodude and Onix would show up in his gym. So that's 2 Pokemon. There's the gym guys. And then he has the iconic anime Pokemon, which is the Sudowoodo and the Krogunk. I remember the Krogunk would beat him up when he starts to simp on people. And then we have 2 more. What do you guys associate with Brock being like good Pokemon? Oh yeah, this is Masters EX. That's Tyranitar and Kabutops. Nah, those aren't in this game though. Blissey? Tyranitar? I don't think Tyranitar is in the game. You could justify Rampardos. That is true. Season 3 annual? Anyways, I'm sorry. I've been working on the season 3 stuff, so it's on my mind. Onix used scary face. Speed fell. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should read the manga sometimes. Yeah, Brock anime. Trying to no, Apom was that was Ash's Apom. Yeah, Ash's Apom. Why is it on the Brock page? That's confusing me. Totodile not in the game. At Pewter Gym / home. The fossils, we could do Crobat and Rampardos. What do you guys think? Onix with his teeth isn't real. It can't already. Onix with teeth exists. Kabutops isn't, yeah. He did use Pikachu in the screenshot. Ash Pikachu. What are we thinking? Blissey? I don't watch the anime enough to associate him with Blissey. Say Vulpix over Rampardos? The other question is there Vulpix in Legends Arceus? That's the other thing we gotta check, because a lot of times it's like, nope, there is no Vulpix in Legends Arceus, which is unfortunate. Unless I'm checking the wrong gen, but I'm pretty sure. No, okay, yeah, okay, never mind, I was checking the wrong. Veilstone. We could. We'll do Vulpix. And then we'll do, what are we gonna call these? The extras. The stretch ones. He got a Vulpix because he wanted to be a breeder. And then, alright chat, I think I'm just gonna have you guys vote. I think I just have you vote. We do a poll to decide the last one. I think that's what we're gonna do. Start a poll. Brock's last Pokemon. Alright, we're gonna put down Crobat, Rampardos. I don't even Blissey? I don't know what other options to throw in there. I mean, that's it. I guess. Trying to think. Think, Vasko, think. Yeah, we'll do right on. See, there's right on. Right on. We'll add right on to the list. I know Chris would be happy, but Chris probably not here right now. Alright, gamers, vote. Decide Brock's last Pokemon. In the meantime, let me switch over to the Vigi game, because we can actually start playing the game. Yeah, Vulpix is on the list. Vulpix is already on the list. We're gonna start the Vigi game. I'm just gonna do it under the Steven Stone run, and then I'm gonna forget. But we'll start. Okay, and then let's switch over to the Switch audio. Hopefully you hear some. There's no music right now, is there? Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Swatch. You know, it would be funny if I also play this in a different language, but I think that might be too much for me. Okay. I'm very distracted here. Have music. I mean, trust in your streamer to be unprepared completely. Alright, so far Crobat is winning by quite a lot. More towards Croby than Crobat. Let's go, people. We need Happy Happini strength time. Alright, I'll give it a few more, because we're gonna have, you know, random people pop in and out of stream from time to time. I'm gonna play this in English. I don't think I have the mental capacity to also try to add, like, wait, yeah, German, French. The least likely one for me to get help on is the Italian one. Not to diss the Italians. They're cool. They got good food. Also, here's the game audio instead of Happini will sweep the game. Well, so far Crobat is leading by quite a lot. Am I the only one who thought that the start of this game kind of felt like what should call it? It gave me Pokemon Mystery Dungeon vibes. I don't know if you guys felt that when you played this. I am what you humans call Arceus. Now I wish to know thine appearance. Hello, Martin. Ooh. I think Brock is like this shade. I don't know if this is the right way to say it. Like, right? Right, let me pull up a picture of Brock again, because I haven't looked at enough pictures of Brock already. Yeah, he's definitely more of this. What is this art? I'm not showing you guys the art, but too much visible. I know, right? What is thy name? What is thy name? Thy name is Brock. Brock. I'm here for the ladies. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. This is the one run where I'm legally allowed to simp, right? Brock. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. Seeing Brock with his eyes open is like seeing Sonic without his shoes. Oh no. Why'd you make me imagine that? What? Well, Brock is about to die. Nope, there's no gravity here, Brock. It's okay. You got an iPhone 8. He is Dwayne the Brock Johnson, pretty much. I don't know if we can adjust the eyes on the trainer in this one. I think Scarlet and Violet's the only one that lets you actually adjust the eyes. Because the other games, you can change the eye color, but not the eye shape. In Scarlet and Violet, you can actually like adjust the eye types. But I don't think they have Brock as an eye type in Scarlet Violet. Or Flareon without its tail and neck fluff. Have you ever seen a shaved wooloo? Anyways, does this game have opaque glasses? I think that's the closest you're gonna get to. Yeah, you're right. No, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if the game had the. You guys know those funny guy glasses where they have like the mustache and the weird eyes on them. I'm thinking something like that might be fun. You alive, my boy? I think I like the music in this game, but the game's too quiet, so we're just gonna have this music instead. Hope you guys don't mind. You get me quite a shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness you seem unharmed. Who are you? My Pokemon and I are rock hard, exactly. You mean like the Applin glasses in Scarlet Violet? I don't think I've seen the Applin glasses in Scarlet Violet. You mean you fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now, who in the world does that? Me, Brock, I'm rock hard. Falling from the sky doesn't hurt me, cause I'm a rock guy. I must say your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to be an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I don't know. I see, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know what to do. Brock forgot that light years measures distance, not time. So when told he needed to be light years away, he spontaneously time traveled. What if Legends Arceus isn't in the past, but in the at the same time as the normal Pokemon games, just a couple of light years away, like on a planet several light years away from the planet where the main game takes place? I completely forgotten. Catch up these runaway Pokemon. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Oh, but you don't know what a Pokemon is. Guys, I don't know what a Pokemon is. What is a Pokemon? Also, I'm gonna end the poll now. Crobat 1. Good job, Crobat lovers. You get Crobat. Crobat chat. And I'm gonna save it as Brock Pokemon. And Rock type takes half the damage from Skydrop. Exactly. Flying type not very effective on Rock type. It's in fact the other way around. Ah yes, what might your name be? So you're called Brock. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have a lovely meaning. It's a bro used with the word rock. That's it. That's all Brock's name is. The anime depiction continues to dominate. Imagine if the professor was just like, so you don't know where you are or where to spend the night. Good luck with that. Spending the Ultra Beast and one ruined dimension in Sun and Moon because a Guzzlord knows too much. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait there, you three, wait! Ah, Luke, it's okay. Just hanging out at streams and watching the videos is support enough, but I appreciate And then we have the glowy phone. And I don't think we can skip it. I think we have to interact with it. I like how he doesn't recognize it as a cell phone. It's just a glowing beeping object. It clearly looks like a phone. How much is the membership? I think membership is like $5. I don't know. I just did the default, whatever it's called. I think it's 5. Investigate. You actually tried to do this challenge, but you used Brock's anime team at least as close as you could before deleting it during the Crimson Mirelands. Wait, did you just not have fun with the run, or Brock doesn't remember what anything looks like after closing his eyes for so long? Oh my gosh. It's probably just it's probably your phone. Someone put a new case on it. You feel a strange power emanating from it. It's you know, it's only radiating, you know. It's only irradiated. If you put a Gagnet counter to it, it's gonna start beeping. Like, it's okay. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone. Thy mission, seek out all Pokemon. But I'm Brock. I'm gonna seek out all women instead. Did they ever explain why Brock is such a like simp in the anime? I'm very curious if they did explain it, cause that's like the only thing I remember about this guy. I mean, he was a nice guy in general, but like he was very much a simp. So it's $5 a month, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you can cancel most easily. I don't know. I've never like YouTube membered to anyone. There's also Patreon. So YouTube keeps 30% of that. Patreon only keeps 5% of that. That being said, if you prefer to have like the emotes, which I haven't updated in years, and the occasional Vasko talks, I mean, I have like, I don't know, I just do like a little bit of story here and there. I talk about the channel, sometimes about me, but it's mostly like random channel struggles I have. That's YouTube membership. If you just want to support me, I'd say Patreon's the better way to go. But either way, I appreciate it. Just hanging out, I appreciate. You don't have to. You imagine Brock literally having a sonar to get around the place. You just deleted it because you had another one that you wanted to do. Justin, what you do is you make separate accounts. You don't actually have to link an email to any of these. Only the main one needs to have an email, and then you can make like 7 more of these, and that's how I do all my saves. Because the first time I did my Marnie run, people yelled at me. They're like, how dare you delete a run? Why would you delete your German Pokemon run even though you don't speak German? And I'm like, oh, my bad. If I had a nickel for every time I saw you play this game, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Wait, only twice? This mean you haven't seen the 3 Legends Arceus videos I've made so far? No. No! It's not explicit, but it's implied that because Brock effectively acts as a single parent to his younger siblings, his drive for a partner is related to wanting a maternal figure for them. To be fair, he lived in a world where there's an entire organization of attractive women who use your Pokemon, and they all look the same. They're all tense. I get it. It's most likely because he has a lack of female figures, and he wants to give that to his siblings, even though Lola has come back home twice. See, that's why I was like, doesn't he have a mom? By the way, when do you cover Team Star runs? The current plan is to wait for the Switch 2 and hope that the graphical update and potentially some of the glitches being resolved, and then I'll cover Team Star. Because at the moment, it's not that fun of an experience for me. I think we kind of mentioned this earlier, but it seems like some people have no glitches at all. Meanwhile, I seem to have the cursed copy of the games, or maybe it's my Switch. I don't know. I don't mod the Switch because I keep getting accused of that in the videos where I do say, hey, there's a glitch in this game, and I'm like, nah, I don't mod this. This is out of the box. Did you update the game? Yes, I've updated the game. I've updated my consoles. I've even purchased the DLC, and the game is still lagging glitchy for me. So it's like, well, you know, once hopefully there's an improvement. I'll try. It also kind of depends on the viewership, so I might do like the airy run as a test, just to see how much people are interested in it. Because if it only gets like 20-30,000 views, it's like I cannot afford to do the runs. So we'll see. But that kind of comes down to the YouTube platform more than anything else. I already had runs on different profiles. Makes sense. Just getting worried that it wouldn't happen. I mean, we'll see. There was a lock-on feature, right? Nope, he just instantly locks on this. Okay. Later in the game, you have to use the lock-on feature. I hope they'll bring the actual bug fixes to the Switch one as well. They probably won't. They haven't done it already. They've had so much time. They did one patch where they took out the placeholder Pokeballs that they used to design the game, and they did it like 6 months into the game after release. I get used to the glitches. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can just get used to the glitches. But, I mean, some of my issues have nothing to do with the glitches themselves and just with the game's performance. So, for example, I don't like doing the raid dens, because the game will like flash me a white screen for a solid 10 seconds before the raid starts. Which is okay, I guess, but it's not pleasant. Especially if you're playing at nighttime, you just get like flashbanged by Pokemon. I'm just trying to do a raid over here. I'm just trying to fight a level 5 Squavit so I can get some electric Terra shards. Why am I why am I being flashed, Pokemon? Like, come on. So as long as those kind of things get resolved, I'm good. Lag tree thicket as well. You know what you guys know what I'm talking about. Did you try to do anything game breaking? No, I just play the game normally. And that's my beef with it. Yeah, let's see how great this 9-year-old is at Pokemon journeys, right? Just pressing Z always to lock on. Okay, so for the catching the starters part, they just don't have the lock on feature enabled at all. It just auto locks on for you. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon. I hope you forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. Just for a bit. He's not a permanent resident. We're gonna be making him work. Hard labor. Oh yeah, sometimes they either glitch out of the health bar of the Pokemon or just freezes you into the raid. See, I haven't even gotten those glitches, but that would completely throw me off the raid system. Which is it's good in theory. I think though, well, I hope that by the time the Gen 10 games come out, they'll have kind of figured some of this stuff out a little bit. Because to be fair to Pokemon and Game Freak, they do basically like make a new world engine from scratch every time they make one of these games. So it probably takes a while for them to, you know, figure out all the graphical stuff and how to make it function without lagging and glitching. And they've done open zone with Legends Arceus, and they tried a little bit of open zone and Sword and Shield, but open zone and open world are two different beasts. Oh, botheration, I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at a canteen? At the canteen, the wallflower it's called. What is a wallflower, by the way? That's something I hear a lot, or at least I've seen it. But what is a wallflower? It's just a flower that grows on the wall? I could just Google it, but it's funnier if I ask you. A flower made of wall. See? See what I mean? Google would never give me this answer. Now I'm actually gonna Google it though, because that made no sense. What is a wallflower? It's a southern European plant. Wait, I'm from South Europe. Of the cabbage family. Wait, while I button mash through this, hold on. We're gonna learn about wallflowers, gamers. A southern European plant of the cabbage family with fragrant yellow, orange, red, and blood flowers cultivated in its early spring. A person who has no one to dance with or who feels shy, awkward, or excluded at a party. Wait, I'm a wallflower. No, you mean the wallflower was me this whole time? I guess this is... Oh my gosh, it's actually flowers that grow on walls. That's why they're called wallflowers. Wait. What in the world are we learning here? Wait, there's no way. These have to have existed before. This can't be. What is happening? You know, we're going back to Pokemon. I think we broke the fourth wall too many times here. I'm the wallflower. I just. Yeah. This is the only one game where you're related to your rival, I think. Yeah, she's just your great grandma. Who happens to look exactly like you if you happen to be born a girl. Actually, I don't know how many greats. I don't know how many greats you're separated from Rei and Akari. But technically, yes, they are your ancestors. Also, when you play these games, a lot of times you're like, you know, with the time skip and stuff, you think, there's no way that the guys in the future, you know, years from now, centuries from now, they look so similar. But I was actually very surprised because I actually saw this in real life and I was a little shocked. So one of my cousins in Bulgaria, she has kids. Several kids. And one of her kids looks a lot like what my grandma looked like while she was young, which was very surprising to me, because I looked at her and I'm like, you look like grandma if she was. I didn't tell her this because this would be offensive to tell to a child. Imagine you go up to a child and you're like, you look like grandma, but one of my cousins just straight up looks like a younger version of my grandma, and I'm like, whoa. I guess this does happen in real life. It's not just video games reusing models to look similar. So there's a chance that you straight up look like a person who existed 500 years ago and you just don't know it. Because they've been dead for 500 years. Because some people's looks don't change that much based on genes. It's weird. Other people do. Other people look very different. Like they're your own unique person, and sometimes it's just like you're a carbon copy of this person. I'm like, what is happening? Don't worry, 5% of chat, including me here, are wallflowers. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only wallflower here. If you're at a party and doing nothing, you're basically a flower on the wall. Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much. I'm going to blow your mind. Lavington equals lavender. No, probably 113 because this game is based on the Meiji period. Like 113 years ago, or wait, Meiji period, Meiji era. What year was this? Okay, so only about 100 years off. So Akari would be like your great. Okay, well let's assume. Let's do some math here, gamers. Right? Let's do some math. So if on average people have a new generation is 25 years, and let's just say that this happened like at the early Meiji era, so we're just gonna say 1875, right? So we're gonna do 2025 minus 1875. That's 150. We divide it by about 25 for generations. That's 6. So she's your great grandmother. Only 4 greats. That's not too separated. Only 4. Well, technically we're 6 generations apart, but like great mother gets like 2. Grandmother gets 2 gens instantly. Alright, we want to go to bed. I thought this was like super distant past. That was like 500 years ago, but I guess not. You should do a poll of who's a wallflower. All right, we'll do the wallflower poll. How? Oh my gosh! Sorry, forget to turn off the vibration on this. Who here is a wallflower? Me. I'm a Chad, actually. That's your 2 options. The next day, or grandpa, depending on who you play for. Yeah, that is also true. In your next video, can you say Timmy? No, I can say Timmy right now though. Also, this whole stream is pre-recorded. It's not live. Don't worry about it. I'm not. I intentionally pre-recorded everything so that I seem like I'm doing this live, but in reality, I'm doing this asleep. I'm sleeping right now. This is a sleep stream. You guys didn't even know it. Yes, we learned what a wallflower is live on. This was all planned. I predicted the future, down to every chatter that's here, just like the anime protagonist you wish you were. Oh my gosh. There's something else. Come on, go inside. There's something else I've been considering. I've been thinking about this a little bit. You predicted I would ask for a poll? Yes. Yes. As Mithra Xenoblade says, oh my gosh, I put the force in force. I swirled my coffee and I spilled it all over myself. But it's okay, this happened like years ago. This stream was actually recorded when Legends Arceus first came out. That's right, I'm recording this on the release date of Legends Arceus. This is day 0 Legends Arceus. I just downloaded it from the eShop, and we're here. When will you do a face review? Okay, that is actually the thing I was gonna mention in chat. I'm starting to consider it for real. For 2 to 3 different reasons, actually, I'm starting to consider it, so I might. Maybe not during streams, but maybe also during streams. Because I feel like the streams that have the face on it tend to be a bit more interesting, because like you can see the person. But then I'd actually have to look presentable. Now I have to look at myself. I don't think I look presentable at the moment. I don't think I do. I do not look presentable. My hair is a mess. I have not. You know, I have a mirror, but then I never bother like fixing my hair in the morning. And then sometimes I leave the house, and I'm in the car, and I look at myself in the mirror in the car, and I'm like, what have I done? Why have I left the house like this? I look like heckin' Silene does. This is my hair right now. This is what I'd be looking like at the moment. I just woke up and I started streaming. Yeah, this is January 2023. Exactly. How's the future, gamers? How's the future? Behind the screen and not a galler sheep this entire time. What if I? What if I actually am secretly just a sheep that can speak human, and you guys don't know it? That's why I have so many typos. The hooves, they make it hard to type things. Yeah, but no, so the several reasons why I'm considering doing the face reveal. Okay, it looks like a lot of wallflowers. So we'll end the poll. You know, 4 out of 5 chat viewers are actually wallflowers. You guys are just like me for real. We should have a party together. A party of wallflowers where all of us are too shy to talk to each other. So everyone's just clinging to a different part of the wall and thinking about video games. Which one of these would Brock pick? I think the choice is easy. Right? You have Oshawa. He's a cute little guy. He's a cute little guy, Oshawa. He's like, Osha, what? And we have Rowlet. He's also a cute little guy. Look at him. Look at how he's got a bow tie. He's a dapper dude. And then you have Cyndaquil. And then he's banned. He's banned from Pokemon forever after the Terra leaks. This guy's not seen the light of day for a while. He's him and Octillery both gotten the boot permanently after the Terra leaks. But also his eyes. He has the Brock eyes, so we're taking him as the starter. Yes. We do want him as the starter because he has the Brock eyes. Of course, we gotta pick Cyndaquil. We gotta pick Cyndaquil. Whoever wrote that story's on my hit list. Well, here's the thing. Like when writing out the lore and stuff, and I've learned this while working on season 3 because I think, okay, minor spoilers. Bring me back to the face reveal thing a little bit later, but while working on the season 3 stuff, this time around I decided to like do actual good planning for it. And it really helps to just sit down and write out like what each of the characters does and thinks and their approach to things. It makes the whole thing flow so much better and so much easier to write. So them writing out the lore for all these Pokemon was actually a pretty good... Wait, did I miss the opportunity to nickname it because I was yapping? I probably did. It's Spherical! Spherical! What is a LP Revel? Do a LP Revel? I don't know what that means. You don't need to do a face reveal unless you really want to. I like your squiddly characters, TBH. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta restart the whole run now. Yeah. I also haven't hit record. I should probably record this. You know, I'm gonna hit start record now. Better late than never, right? Nah, I'm just gonna download the YouTube stream. So if I do make this into a video, the the intro into the video is gonna be 720p, and then the rest of the video will be 1080p. Wait, I think I can just rename the Pokemon, right? Okay, I have a map, but I don't have a menu. Interesting. So you can't even save the game this early on. I cannot rename them right now because it auto saves. Wait. Oh. The menu's the up button? Change name. We're gonna call him Brock Jr. Brock Jr. Wait, didn't Brock also have a Mime Jr.? Or am I imagining that? Nah, he doesn't need to record. He already recorded this. Oh yeah, my bad. I already recorded this when the game was released. Of course. I mean, we got ourselves the Volo fight, the first actual fight you do. But anyways, back in the little face reveal idea. I think it might be nicer for streams, but also makes it easier to make videos because a lot of times a big struggle I have, or a slowdown at least, while working on videos is coming up with oh, James had that. They have the same VA. Wait, really? I did not know Brock and James have the same VA. That's wild. Actually, I did notice because this was recorded 2 years ago when the game came out. But anyways, Misty and Jesse shared. So you're telling me Ash's two best friends while traveling at the start of the world were also voiced by Ash's two greatest enemies? What does this say? What? This is breaking my mind right now. What? Wow. But yeah, it might be easier to make videos because I don't have to like think of random B-roll. It can just be my face talking. That'd be making videos a bit easier. It also means I could do like little vlogs and stuff. Like you know how PewDiePie does the random vlogs? I'm tempted. I'm too shy to do those, but I'm tempted. It's literally used as evidence for the coma theory. Oh my gosh. I like how the internet just comes up with like the dark timeline of stuff. It's wild. It really is wild. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, for real. And then the last reason why I'm considering a face reveal is because of all the AI stuff going on. So I've started to notice this trend where people will accuse creators of being AI. They're like, oh, this must have been AI voiced, or this must have been AI scripted. And I'm like, no, this is like as authentic as possible, realistically. But part of me is like, maybe I should show that I'm a real human. Because I'm wondering if like 2 to 3 years from now, people are gonna be like, yeah, this guy, he was an AI this whole time. I'd be like, what the heck? What about all my years of struggles? What about me editing the Can Milo Become Champion while like recovering from coronavirus? Like, which is actually when I did that video. I think one of the reasons why I really like the Milo video is because I was editing it while like being half dead, and I was, and part of me was like, if I die, at least I have something good to show for it that I existed. And that would be the Milo video. So it holds a special memory in my mind. But also, dang, it was such a wild time back when that video was being made. Guess what my name stands for? AGC. Actual gamer content. A girl casually. I don't know. Yeah, in some iterations they do, and then they change it sometimes. You got an F again? Oh no, Luffy. All right, what am I teaching you? What class are you failing? What class are you? We're gonna do an educational stream. Addison Grace Culpepper. Oh, that's a cool name though. Mo, these people will never be satisfied, and catering to them will provide nothing. That is also true. That is also true. It's not also so much about satisfying those people as it is being like, hey, the people who are here for, you know, the real people who are here for the other real people. Let me be more real with you. I mean, because on one hand, I appreciate having the extra privacy of no face reveal. But on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe I want to make a bit more personal, you know? It's not just about the runs. It's about the people behind it. But then it kind of becomes more parasocial. So I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not. Agron Greek cook. Interesting. I feel bad for YouTubers that stopped doing YouTube because they love it and just started doing it just to please their fans. Yeah. I mean, there's actually a very interesting video that I queued up in my watch later. Here I don't mind showing you my watch later, just not my history. You don't get to see my history. Don't question it. But is this video your favorite YouTubers are not doing okay by Council of Geeks? Not necessarily a channel I would personally watch, but I watched the first few minutes of it and I was like, this is actually pretty interesting. The rest of this is Trash Days. This is what I listen to while I'm recording the character runs. I'm listening to Trash Days podcast because it gives me something to. This is the only way I can successfully record this many runs of the same game over and over again. But this is your favorite YouTubers are not doing okay, and it actually made a lot of sense because this is also what I'm seeing. Chicken jockey, no. I knew someone was gonna see that. But the platform is becoming harder and harder to like be successful on, and just because of the changes they're making to the algorithm. And by successful I mean sustainable, for people. So it's sustainable if you're running a corporation like Mr. Beast, like you have like 10 plus employees who are handling the titles and thumbnails and edit. Like it's doable at that point, but it's becoming harder and harder to just run a channel as like a human by yourself. It very much starts to require teams and paying editors and figuring out how to like min-max. Because I think I talked about this last time. Did I tell you guys about the 1,000 Armed Bandit game that the YouTube algorithm plays? I might have to explain it again. I know we talked about AI for a little bit, but I don't think I explained that. I kind of showcased the problem and why some people might be, you know, quitting or doing things they might not necessarily be passionate about. But I don't know. It's just the reality of things. We gotta deal with it one way or another. Just like I gotta deal with the Shinx. Hello, Mr. Shinx. How do you do? You want to battle? Battle Brock 2. Brock Jr., I mean. Hello, Brock Jr. Is there... I think if you kill the Shinx, it just respawns, right? I'm not gonna kill it. I'm gonna catch it. I also think it's funny how there's a trainer in this game. I think it's the gatekeeper guy. He just has these 3 Pokemon that you catch at the start of the game, and they're all like level 60. Well, I'm gonna kill it by accident. I wanted to use a Pokeball. I button mashed. I wasn't looking. I was yapping. Uh-oh. No, don't knock the Shinx out. Catch it. Even in battle, you can throw an empty Pokeball at it like you would any other time. And then he respawns. I do wonder if there's... The game offers healing, right? What happens if your guy gets knocked out? I'm trying to break the game already. I'm thinking about too many things. It is what it is. Critical hit. Shinx is looking around. And then quick attack. And then this is where I doofed up last time, right? Push the X button, and then I push the X button again. I see what it is. I pushed the X button, because that switches the thing. And I thought I was going to throw a ball, so I hit the A button. But you guys see what I'm talking about, right? So the game makes it look like if you push the X button... Oh my gosh, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. If I hit the X button, so this is a little bit of a UI problem right here. So if I hit the X button, you think this is use the Pokeball, right? So it switches it to the Pokeball, and then you think I'm just gonna push the A button because X just switches it. So you push the A to use, but the A is the fight button. And then if you want to throw a Pokeball, you just push the ZR button instead. Like you do in the wild. It's interesting. It's interesting whoever has to make these decisions. Good luck to them. NGL, the model that I see YouTube being most successful is more group stuff. I've been asking a few friendos for a few things. Yep. Stay positive. You're amazing, everyone. Exactly. Thank you. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokédex as we've been ordered. Now, I have an interesting question about this, because isn't lore-wise Professor Oak the first professor to compile a Pokédex? And doesn't this break that? Because I'm pretty sure the Oak compiling the Pokédex happens at least a few generations after this, like 2 or 3 human generations later. Is when Oak is born and starts to do the Pokédex thing. So how come these guys got a Pokédex so soon, but we don't? In Kanto. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit. But anyways, mission success. Mission success. Bum bum ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Let's see. It's time. You'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. Also, I gotta say, I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight lately because I realized I've been overweight by about 15 pounds. So I've been tracking calories and stuff, and I don't know. I have a hard time just having like black coffee without anything in it. It just tastes like poison. So I have to put sweet liquids in it. And usually the go-to is like you put a little bit of milk in there, or you put like a milk alternative like almond milk or oat milk. Or you can put like creamer, which is like half and half, stuff like that. And my brother decided to randomly get, I don't know if it's random, but he got this nut-based creamer, the nut creamer. Sounds so weird to say. It's just like nut milk-based creamer. And it has a lot of sugar in it, but like it tastes so much better than regular creamer. And I need to avoid like a lot of high fat stuff. So no milk or half and half. So I've been having the nut creamer instead, and it's so good. It tastes better. Anyways, he's one of the first people that that did a modern style Pokédex. I see. So he designed the little like phone thing that keeps track of all the data in it. But even before that, they had like the paper Pokédexes, like this stuff. They had a bunch of hanging Pokédexes, and they compiled all the info. I like this stuff. I really like this stuff. Where it's, I wonder how much of this was like beta art that they just reused. Bro, this Pokemon makes me so happy. Cherubi. I like it. I have plushes of both the sunlight form and the chill form. Professor Lavender was the first known researcher to gather the data. Professor Oak was the inventor of the first modern digital Pokédex. Where am I going? My house. I'm going home. Going home. Think of it like one person making a computer and then Steve Jobs making the smartphone. Oh, we gotta change. We gotta change your drip. Change your outfit? Heck yeah. Hello, Grookey man. Core uniform. Sandals. Okay, so this is just the eye color. What color are Brock's? I don't know, they're always closed. What color are his eyes? I feel like he has green eyes. Right? Black because it's just a line. I feel like he has green eyes, like it fits him. Look at the anime. I feel like he has green eyes. He's a green eye man. It just fits his design. We'll change his fit to look a lot more Brock-like. I think we can actually do that right now, right? Cherim is so hard to find in this game, though. I know. But it is a Pokemon I personally really like. Tesla made the first computer. Steve Jobs made the first compact one. I suppose so. You may continue to use the room you slept in. You may wear this as well. And then they give you the hat. This was such an epic moment. Except they didn't animate them putting the hat on you. If they put the hat on you, that would have been chef kiss. Now present yourself to your commander. Oh yeah, we haven't met Kamado yet. Oh yeah, we haven't looked around the... Should we do a simp tier list of who Brock would simp for in this game? Because I feel like if he saw the nurse, who's very forgettable, he'd be like, "Hi, I'm hurt. It's broken." And she's like, "What was broken?" And he's like, "My heart, because I can't be with you." And then she's like, "I'm sorry, it's terminal." and then he leaves in disappointment. And then he leaves in disappointment. Is there a basement? Wait. Wait, there is a basement. There is a basement. Hold up. Oh yeah, did they ever open the other rooms in the basement? I always forget this. Because it looks, they have space for rooms, and I always thought there was gonna be like a DLC where they open the other rooms downstairs, but then they never do. There's always been the Brock closes his eyes because that's where the hyper beams come from. That is also true. That is also true. Sims for all nurse joys. Yep. And then there's this lady. I forget whose ancestor she is. Sanqua. Maybe we oughta build some spare lodging in case anyone falls out of in case anyone else falls out of the sky. Well, Sanqua, I've fallen for you. Maybe we should build a house together. And then she's like, it's okay. I already have a house. I live with my Eevee. He's very cute. He's like, I can be an Eevee. She's like, no. Eevee has its eyes open. Dang it. Dang it. Clarissa. Pokemon are full of mysteries. I hope you can help us solve them. I have a different problem to solve. How can I go on a date with you? Wait. Is this the Misfortune? I've never looked at this. It's the Misfortune Sisters. It's the wanted poster for the... Is it? Captain Zissou commands that all members must be in perfect harmony with the Pokemon, see whatever it is their Pokemon see, teach the moves they're most suited to them. Is this the Misfortune Sisters? Yeah, it's like, this one's like super detailed. And then these two are just sketches. I think because one of them was part of the Survey Corps. And then the other two are from the Diamond and Pearl clan. Okay, there's no one else to hit on here, so we'll go to Kamado's room. We'll go to Kamado's room. Hi, Kamado. How you doing? According to Bulbapedia, Brock has black eyes. How do they know, though? His eyes are literally always closed, except when his eyes are just pink hearts whenever he sees a girl. But do Vasko and I don't know. Honestly, I think Brock should have ended up with Olivia. I don't know who Olivia is. Karen from the Johto Leaf. Okay. She would be Brock's big... Now I have to look it up. Hold on. Karen... Elite Four. Oh. Oh. Huh? Who does she replace? The Dark type Elite Four? You know, as someone who really likes Gen 2, I sure as heck don't remember the Elite Four. Wait. Indigo League Elite Four. Gen 1 we have Lorelei, Blue, blah blah blah. Gens 2 we have Will, Koga, Bruno, and oh, she replaces Lance. She's Lance's replacement. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've played a lot of the intro part, of Gen 2, but not so much the end part of Gen 2. Olivia, the Sun and Moon character. Oh, yeah. I could see Olivia with Brock so much, yeah. I ship that. They're both rock type trainers. He did make funny faces in that one episode where they were traveling with Larvitar. He opened up that one time. I believe you. You know Rock Z move pose and Lily smiling. You tried checking the book, Pokemon Adventures, but his eyes are also closed in there. You know, Brock. He sees the world through the darkness of his eyes. So the commander has accepted you. But understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. Dang 0 stars. I got 0%. That's like starting a class. Going to like university or just, I don't know, high school, whatever school you go to. And your teacher's like, you start this class with 0 points. And you earn your points as you do the assignments. Which, I mean, technically is true. But it puts on so much pressure, because you start at 0 and then you try to build your way up. I feel like school would be more fun that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Lola is the only family member in that family who actually has eyes open. What color are Lola's eyes then? Because I assume Brock would have similar color eyes. 2 letters DM, and I don't mean Discord. Okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what that means. But I'll trust. Well done, earning a place in our team. My name is Anth, and I'm the local clothier. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I hope they fit. And now we're gonna go shopping. No, Cheddar Guy, no. I hope you avail yourself to the village's humble shops. Absolutely, yeah. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna go shopping for some clothes. Alright, let's see what Brock outfit we could put together. Let's see. What did she give us? Oh, the shaman kimono. Okay. Please take good. Why do we get the shaman kimono? I'm confused, but that's okay. Confusion happens. As long as I don't punch myself in the process. Alright, so Brock, he doesn't have a hat. He doesn't. He's got like that. Oh, is it all kimonos at the start? It's like, yeah, it is all kimonos at the start. I could give him a karate gi. Nah. I feel like the short sleeve of this fits it so much better, but then I can't choose the pants. Because I feel like Brock would do the whole like brown pants. Green shirt. I don't even think brown pants is an option in this game. It isn't. There is no brown. We could spruce. We could wear spruce pants. And then like a green shirt, I suppose. Cause he's got layers. He's got that orange and green. I feel like the orange fits him a lot better though, doesn't it? I think I might go with the orange flavor. They haven't invented brown yet, yeah. I think in my school they gave us points which would give or take golden time on Fridays depending on our behavior. Golden time was a certain amount of time to either play outside or with Lego. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with the orange. I'm gonna go with tangerine. And then we're gonna take the hat off. Let's see, shoes. We'll just keep it generic. We also can't afford anything else. And the eyeglasses, they just make his eyes seem even more open. Yeah, can't have very limited in Feudal Japan on what Brock can look like. Let's take this hat off as well. I know Silene was very keen on putting the hat on us, but we gotta take this thing off. Change outfit. The Raycore hat. How do I put back? Put on. There you go. There you go. We don't look a lot like Brock, but that's okay. We're Brock at heart, and that is all that matters. Let's do some hairstyling. Let's see what we can do with Brock's hair here. Greetings, mortals and squids. Hello, Hyperbro. How you doing? Hope you're having a fine Friday day. Messy ponytail, shorn, curled, braids. Well, that's not a lot of options. This is just the Giovanni haircut. I think this is as close to Brock we're gonna get. Chestnut, late. And then the eyebrow color? Oh, we just got ripped off. We just spent 500 Poke Dollars changing absolutely nothing. Give me my money back, old lady. I'll have you stout and ready in no time. She just took 500 Poke Dollars from me to do absolutely nothing. Except tell me I look simply wonderful and then send me on my way. Thank you, old lady. Come back anytime, dear. I'll gladly take another 500 Poke Dollars from you. She ain't ever seen me again. I ain't coming back to that hairdresser. No, thank you. We can't get Brock hairstyle until way later in the game, when we can get the second quest from Mars's ancestor. Oh yeah, that is also an option. Is this a rock type playthrough? It's a Brock type playthrough. Here, I even left a space where I could do something from the game title. What game? Let me fix that real quick. Let me add what we're doing. This is Arceus PLA as Brock. I don't like this font. What if I do it as Galar Basic? You guys like Galar Basic font? You guys can read Galar Basic now, right? This is what we're doing. We're playing. This is illegible. Why do I have Galar Basic? Why is that an option? Ay. Maybe Jeffrey. Jeffrey seems like a fun. This is a fun font. You guys like fun fonts, right? PLA is Brock. That makes more sense. Do it in the Bionicle language. I have a dictionary for that. I don't think I have a font for the Bionicle language. What am I supposed to do? Craft a Pokeball. 11 of them. Are you doing his in-game team or anime? I think we're doing more of the anime team. Just because the in-game team is so limited, but there's Pokemon like Sudowoodo and Krogunk in this. It'd be more fun to have a bit of variety. Also, Ingo, he changed his team up a lot, so maybe Brock is gonna use the anime team instead of the video game team. That's my thought process, anyways. Maybe you should make a video where you teach people how to read the font. Hello gamers. Today we're gonna learn how to read Galar Basic. It is is just like British, but in Pokemon gibberish. I kind of want to learn how to read Galar Basic myself. I just don't know how correct it is. Because there's that one thing where like Rose shows you like the plans of the power plant, and I'm very curious what it says. Like, I don't know if you... Now I want to show you guys. I want to show you. Hold on. So in the Steven Stone run I'm doing, Steven Stone run. Ignore all the spoilers you might see here. Steven Stone run, and then we show up to heckin' Hammerlock, which I think is this. I don't label my footage. Nope, this is not Hammerlock. So let me give you some music, so you can hear the Pokemon music while I do this. Let's see. We go to Turffield. This is the Nessa fight. This is the Kabu fight. I think this is the one. This is the post Kabu. Yeah, we go to the, like, Rose is like, oh, let me tell you, look at my tablet. And then there's this. Has this been translated? Has anyone translated this? Because I'm very curious what all this text says. I'm sure you can actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah. I can just do this. You don't have to see my OBS. Like, I'm kind of curious what all this stuff translates to. Because if this is Galar Basic, we should be able to translate this, right? I mean, I know this says Rose because it's Rose multiple times. But I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. And he's saying stuff right here. I'm really curious, and he's asking well, that's not a question. It's an S. But I'm very curious what's being said, you know? And then there was also like the interesting bit at the start of the game. Let's see. This says now loading, so we know that. But like when you're pulling up the YouTube channel, you know, I'm pretty sure this says Macrocosmos. Like, what does this say? What does this say? Like, this is a YouTube video. What is this YouTube video title right here? Has this been translated? This is the silly things I think about. This is this is the silly stuff I think about sometimes. Anyways, back to Legends Arceus. What Pokemon are you allowed to use? Never mind, someone just asked this. We're gonna use Geodude, Onix, Sudowoodo, Krogunk, and I forget the other two. And we can just ignore Beauregard. We can just disregard him. Maybe you could use that font type every letter in the alphabet and compare it. Yeah, because I don't think it's been translated. Also, I'm not sure if that font is the correct translation, but it'd be interesting to see. It might make for a fun video, right? I tried to translate Galar language. Steelix will be an option, yeah. Hello, Green. How you doing? Probably Pokemon Champion match. Interesting. Pokemon Breath of the Wild. Funny enough, Scarlet and Violet was supposed to be the Pokemon Breath of the Wild, but it didn't really work out that way now, did it? It could give you an idea of what it actually says, yeah. I did try to use that font to translate the Terapagos title, but like it came out to saying like Quasar or something like that, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. That's what Terapagos' name was initially. It was like Quasar. I was like, that's Rayquaza. I don't know. They'll probably change it later. Probably like, there's a chance that they do the phonetic thing, where it's English letters mixed with Japanese, so you need to know both for it to make sense. There's usually some sort of play on words. Or sometimes it's intentionally gibberish. Alright, now we're gonna learn how to dodge from Akari, who knows how to dodge Brock's approaches, but she should because they're related. He just doesn't know it yet. It would give you an idea of what it says. Exactly. Poor Bidoof, he ran away. If you have items, press X. Okay, we don't care. We don't care. Bloop. I think we still have to like go through her little base thing and then we can go get the Geodude. Dodge this potato. Whoosh. Whoosh. Oh no, not the carbs. Is it fried? I sure would enjoy a fried potato right about now, but I shouldn't. Catch Starly without... Okay, she's teaching us about the Pokédex tasks. Catch up once you're finished with some tasks. And then I'm just gonna ignore the tasks and catch up to her. What's with the Brock, dude? I'm always on the lookout for a random shiny though. You never know when one's gonna show up. Call it potato rhymes with grug. Potato rhymes. Potato. Potato. They rhyme. What rhymes with potato? Tomato rhymes with potato. Around here, you can find a Pokemon called Weasel. It got an aggressive disposition. Yes? That means it'll try to hit you with its moves, just like Shinx. And you need to do battle to catch it. My name does not rhyme with drug. Hey, come on, come on. I don't know about that rhyme. I don't know about that one, gamer. I don't know. I don't know if I'm correct for that one. Wurmple. You can catch a Wurmple. He's a cute little guy. And then we can give him to Beauregard, but we're gonna disregard. Ooh, I'm very curious if you ignore giving Beauregard to the Wurmple, does that cutscene happen where it breaks into Cylene's office and she flips out? I've never disregarded Beauregard before. She gave us a crafting kit, now we can play Minecraft. Just like a real boy. I mean, a real trainer. Thank you for the potions. Oh, it feels so strange to see Brock with his eyes wide open. Nothing happens, it's just the cutscene doesn't happen. We'll find out. Eventually, I think it doesn't happen until much later in the game, but... Okay, and then she's gonna be like, please report once you've got some research tasks done. Okay. So now we are set free to do random stuff like to go catch our actual starter Pokemon. I hope I can reach the location of my actual starter Pokemon. Because it would be a bit of a letdown. Nothing happens to Beauregard if you give him nothing. No, not Beauregard. I was talking about the cutscene with Cylene. Because there's a cutscene where like she flips out because there's a Wurmple in her office. She's like, how dare? Who brought this monstrosity here? I don't think I can access the Geodude right now. If you want to play like Brock, I mean, really play like him, you should. I should close my... I see what you mean. Can I beat Pokemon Legends Arceus with my eyes closed? I don't think I can. Yeah, we cannot cross this right now. Let's see, yeah, that's the map. There's like a little thing here, but it's climbable. You have to climb, and I can't climb yet, and we can't cross this bridge yet. So we're just gonna have to catch Wurmple. We're just gonna have to kill Wurmple instead. I'm sorry, Wurmple. It's not my fault. They told me I have to complete the Pokédex. Unless there's rocks to smash, pretty sure Geodude is already... Yeah. Yeah. This means I gotta do Pokédex stuff. This is my least favorite part of replaying Legends Arceus, is having to do a bunch of Pokédex completion stuff. Use Ember 4 times. And then Wurmple, number of times you've defeated it, so we can beat up a few more. Catch a few more. And yeah. Wow, it seems like this area is built for a tutorial. Wurmple just ran away. I never understood what to do in those situations. Because it's like, you want to catch the Pokemon? Are you just supposed to sneak? It's a Mime Jr. Gonna catch the Wurmple. Then we're gonna throw a berry for the Mime Jr. Mime Jr., he's gonna love the berry. And then... Oh! Wurmple! I didn't know there was Mime Jr. out here. Now he's gonna run away. Oh, he's gonna run the heck away. Hi, little Mime Jr. It's okay. I got a berry for you. A very tasty snack. I threw that way too far. Yes, you like berries. Yes. Now die. Arrived an hour late. What did I miss? We're playing Pokemon Legends Arceus as Brock. And I'm having to work on a little bit of Pokédex stuff so we can proceed. Yeah, there's this area, but like I can't climb it yet. Which is very unfortunate. But it is what it is. I thought it was James that uses the Mime Jr. Yeah, we're not going to use the Mime Jr. We're just catching it for the Pokédex. Because the game's like, catch this many Pokemon or else you cannot continue the story. Because this game is all about completing your Pokédex. As Arceus said, just seek out all Pokemon. And if you're not seeking out all Pokemon, you will make no progress. Oh, he's sleeping. He's a sleeping Badoof. Look at taking a nap. Sweet dreams, little fella. Sweet dreams. And then there's Wurmple. We're gonna catch it without it seeing us. He's gonna stop running around, and then we're gonna catch it without it seeing us. It ran away. Thank you, Wurmple. Well, if we've completed enough of the decks. Let's go find out. I kind of want to go try catching Eevee as well, but by the way, since I don't think Brock ever had any evolutions, which one would he hypothetically have? You know, my mind's first response was Vaporeon, but I don't think so. He seems like a Leafeon kind of guy. Or Flareon, yeah. Can Team Rocket beat Legends Arceus? That's going to be an interesting run if you ever did that. Perhaps. Speaking of Eevee, let's go catch one. Let's go Eevee. I like how you can throw multiple Pokeballs at once in this game. Another streamer I follow is doing a playthrough of PLA with a Splatoon themed teammate of mine as a co-commentator. There's a running gag of Arceus ending every statement. Okay, interesting. Interesting way of ending every statement. Hello, Shinx. You don't see me, but I see you. It works. Okay. As in, seek out all Pokemon. Yup, obviously, you know that in terms of evolutions, Vaporeon is the most useful yeah, the most useful in Gen 1. I see Brock having a Flareon. It would be pretty good for cooking. Yeah, you were selling me well on the Flareon thing. Probably Umbreon. Why Umbreon? Is there evolution that has its eyes closed most of the time? Because it would be that evolution, but I don't think so. Yeah, Flareon is basically a fluffy flamethrower with legs. Yep. Oh, if it isn't the crafting kit, it must have been blah 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 blah. A Sylveon that bonks him with something using its ribbons whenever he's flirting again. Oh, maybe it doesn't bonk him, maybe it just catches him with the ribbons and pulls him away. And he's like, no, but I'm trying to say hi to the pretty lady. And Sylveon's like, she's clearly gonna cancel you on Twitter. She's gonna make a TikTok about this creepy guy that approached her. And then nobody's ever gonna approach her. Don't do this to her, Brock. How could you? Well, we didn't reach enough. What do you want to do now? We didn't reach enough, right? I was too busy yapping again. What's the Pokédex? We need 90 more points. How do we get 90 more points? Kill Starly. Oh, catch both types of Starly as well. That's a good one. Catch both types of Bidoof. Use Ember in battle. Alright, I guess we're catching Bidoof and Starly then. I don't know what that Bidoof was glitching in the distance. He was playing Pokemon Scarlet Violet. He was playing the wrong Pokemon game. There's a Bidoof in the grass. But a Bidoof in the hand is better than two in the bush. Could see Brock trying to get a Sylveon to show his sensitive side, but then failing every time. Yeah. He could choose the fairy type Eevee because he wants to become a nurse. Yeah, that too, yeah. Caught without being spotted. He caught 3 Starly. How are you sleeping, Shinx? He taking a nap. Have you done the quest that gets you the shiny Ponyta? Yeah. Well, I did it on like my personal run, but then not on the. I haven't done it on these. It is a very nice quest though. Oh, I like how all the Shinx are just taking a nap. They're taking an afternoon nap. Yeah, Misty actually does have a Vaporeon in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Didn't he want to become a breeder and not a nurse? You're asking the right questions, but maybe he changed what he wanted to become, just like Hop. Which one would Ash have though? Not the most popular ones, so probably Umbreon. What is the most popular evolution? You know what? This sounds like it's time for another poll. Sounds like it's time for a poll. Best, not best, most popular evolution. Based on your experiences, right? I'm gonna put Vaporeon first. Don't vote for Vaporeon. We know it's not Vaporeon. We know people joke about Vaporeon because of the copy pasta, but like, Umbreon. I feel like Sylveon's pretty up there. I'd probably say Espeon. I feel like people really like the Gen 2 ones. YouTube only lets me put 3 options for the poll, so it's gonna be one of those 4, but you want us to vote on what we think, or what we think others think? What do we think is the most popular evolution? Based on others' preferences, not your preferences. What do you think other people think is the best evolution? Yeah, I think the copy pasta did kind of ruin Vaporeon for normal people. Because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who just like Vaporeon. It's just a generic Pokemon without all the weirdness attached to it, but you know how the internet be. Can you throw a berry at an alpha, or is he gonna get like murderous? He's gonna try to kill me. Ah, he enjoys the berry. I'm gonna run away because he probably will kill me. Probably will kill me. I'm just gonna not. I like how you can meet several alpha Pokemon before the game legally introduces you to alpha Pokemon. Okay, we got another Wurmple that can evolve. Oh, there's Beautifly. Yo, I want a Beautifly. Berry, go. Distract the Beautiflies. Distract them. Yes, Beautifly, you want the nectar of this orange berry. And if you don't, I will kill you with fire. Literally with fire. Alright, you chose that by fire, that's what you get. Yeah, literally have an Espeon in my PFP. Oh, we might be a little cooked here. Hello, XXXVXXX. Vaporeon was my kid favorite of the original 3 when I was a kid, before the Coward Pass. Exactly. I just came into the live stream to see a poll and then see Vaporeon winning for bad reasons. What did I walk in on? No, Umbreon's winning. We're trying to figure out what the most popular evolution is. By other people. So like, what do other people think is the most popular evolution? So far Umbreon's winning, and I think I agree. Alright. We can evolve some more guys, and hopefully this... Can I fast travel yet? I sure hope I can. I didn't choose the one I thought was the most popular. I chose the one my favorite. Oh! No! That's okay. Most popular evolution? That'd have to be Finneon. How can I count that? Or Inteleon though. That's also another good evolution. Which is your... I like Leafeon the most. You're just a grassy guy. You're just chilling. What's your favorite Pokemon of all time? That would have to be Baby. I'm so happy that Baby is getting to see the light of day again in the mainline Pokemon game for ZA, because that's gonna be my starter. But then wouldn't it be funny if I did a whole personal run of ZA, where I just didn't evolve my starter all the way, like I just slapped the Everstone on that thing, and it was stuck as Baby for the rest of the run? Because that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. How do you feel how I feel? My favorites are the routes. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, Hyper. People probably judge you so much. Because let's be honest, Gardevoir and Gallade are generally like good Pokemon. And they're cool Pokemon, but then, you know, the internet's gonna be like, I know why you like those Pokemon. eyebrows emoji. It's like, no, you don't know why I like those Pokemon. Alright, let's report. Hopefully enough for us to progress the story. Mine might be Glaceon out of spite. For some reason, Pokemon really hates Glaceon. No! Poor Glaceon. Oh, the evolution noise is too loud. You couldn't hear my answer. Leafeon, I'm sorry. The audio balancing a bit off. This is why I had music on, but then I got distracted. You guys want the music back on? Gonna end the poll. Umbreon's the most favorite. Not sure it's Pokemon hates Glaceon so much as Pokemon hates ice types. That is true. So but now the game audio is too quiet. Anyways, yeah, I turned it down a little bit, so hopefully it's not too loud, but yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, ice types. A lot of ice type trainers, it's very hard to do runs as them, because ice type Pokemon are usually limited to like very much late game. Like you have to be halfway through the game to even access ice types. I think Sword and Shield is like the only game that kind of fixes that. Like even look at the Grusha run and Melanie run. Like I have to transfer in Pokemon for both of those because their Pokemon are late game. When considering the Season 3 stuff, I really wanted to do a Lorelei run. But all of Lorelei's Pokemon, or Lorelei, I can't say Lorelei. It hurts my mouth to say it. So I'm gonna call her Lorelei. Like all the Ice-type Pokemon are like unavailable until the Seafoam Islands, which is gym number 5. You literally have to be halfway through the game to access any of her team. I'm just like, why? Why did they do this? To me, it's because I had a period in my life where I had extreme trouble expressing myself. Aw. Aw. And yeah, the whole Gardevoir line is like very wholesome. Like a caring Pokemon that wants to give hugs. And then people are like, but hot. And I'm like, no, stop. Getting Glaceon up to Gen 8 is nigh impossible. The Ice Rock needed to evolve it is always late game. That too. This is another thing in this game actually. I kind of considered doing an Adamant and Irida run. And if I want to get Leafeon's available very early on, right? We already have an Eevee. And the Grass Rock is on the first map. The Ice Rock? For Glaceon? I don't even know where that is. I genuinely don't know where the ice... Is it just the Alabaster Icelands? Oh, so hey Blonde, hope you're doing good. I know you could do like the Ice Stone as well for that evolution, but yeah, you have to get the Ice Stone. Yeah. It's one of the pits in the ice. See? It's like completely hidden away. I don't know. I see what you mean though with the Glaceon, yeah. Hello, Nathan. Got a personal vendetta against routes after failing 2 separate shiny routes encounters. No. No. I do like the fact that they added the Ice Stone. That was a great addition. That was a great move. Do we have to battle her now? Oh yeah, we do have to battle her. We have to battle her in Pikachu. And then her Pikachu's like, I don't like you. Then she feels depressed. A request from Mai. Meet Akari at the training grounds. And then we fight her. Why is it a request from Mai? Who's Mai? Mai. Oh, it's the lady with the Munchlax. Hi again, welcome. No, it's Gen 7, you got to go outside the mansion. I don't remember when they added it. I don't remember when they added it. Hello, Cassandra. Welcome, welcome. We're about to fight Akari with her Pikachu. Pika Pika. Since Sword and Shield removed the environment-based evolutions, yeah. I don't know, I kind of like the stone evolutions. The environment evolutions, they're alright, but they don't transfer so well between games. Eating gushers and they're delicious. I haven't had gushers in decades. Hot take, X and Y starters were the best. Is that really a hot take? Because I agree with you. I think the X and Y starters were pretty good. Chestnut, Spiky Shield, you got the Firefox, you got Greninja, everyone loves Greninja. If nothing else, we should thank PLA for eliminating the anime voice actors for Pikachu and Eevee. I get why they did it, but it was so jarring compared to the other Pokemon. Yeah, it's like they specifically love Pikachu and Eevee so much that they get voice acting, but then the actual characters don't get voice acting. It's kind of like, no, what about Rose? What about Pierce? What about Hop? Oh gosh, people would hate Hop if he was voiced. Well, people already hate Hop, but people would hate Hop even more if he was voiced. I think it's dumb that the freaking Kanto starters got Mega Evolutions in Gen 6, but not the Kalos starters for some reason. Yeah. I mean, design choice wise, it kind of made a little bit of sense because it might overwhelm players if they're like, oh, here's new Pokemon and they have this new gimmick to them. Instead, they're like, here's new gimmick, but applied to old Pokemon so you can kind of understand it. I don't know. I'm very curious if ZA is gonna get any megas for the starters. Like, they might not do regional forms for the final evolutions, but they might do megas for them. At least that's what I think they're gonna end up doing. Because it would be very strange if there's a Kalos Meganium, but then it also mega evolves into Mega Kalos Meganium. Like, that'd be too much, you know? They're probably gonna have to choose one or the other, but we'll see. Also, apparently there's already like a fully leaked version of ZA out there. So beware, especially if you go on Twitter. You might see spoilers soon. At least from what I hear. Which also is very interesting how little trailers they've done on the game. Considering it's gonna come out in probably like 5 to 6 months and we know next to nothing about it. We've had the announcement trailer and then the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, which was like, oh, the game doesn't look garbage. You have a Pokemon keyboard. Yo, fancy. So what do you think about the different styles? What do you mean by different styles? I think if you have to look at Gen 6 through the lens of Backlash, Gen 5 received at the time. People love black and... Yeah, that's something I didn't understand. I was like, man, people really be loving black and white, but I don't remember liking black and white. I actually dropped Pokemon around the time of black and white. Because, I don't know. It was just like aged out of Pokemon around that time. But I do remember other people saying a lot of negative things about black and white when it was out. When Zomer break? What is Zomer break? What does that mean? People love black and white now. Yep. Look, I just really hope Legends ZA finally lets me use Per Ugly in a non-Sinnoh game. Why did I pick a favorite that's an absolute... Yeah. Yeah, Furufuru's finally back. And the monkeys. We love the monkeys. Everyone loves the monkeys. As such, I feel like Game Freak took a lesson of people want nostalgia from that. Hence the comparatively few new Pokemon for X and Y and Megas. Yeah. Summer break. Oh, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a summer break is. Help. Capricorn. Summer break? Maybe. Oh, the agile and strong styles in this for attacks. I think it was an interesting mechanic to add to the game, for sure. Like, it spiced up the battles a little bit, made it a little bit more different than just traditional Pokemon fights. It was a nice little mechanic. When summer break? Ah. Well, for me, summer break is in a month from now. For you guys, I don't know. It varies. But I'm not really gonna take a break. I just keep making videos all the time. It's the one downside of YouTube is you're always working. You're always thinking about what video can you make next, or silly ideas to come up with to make a video on. Makes a lot more sense now. Thanks for explaining. Yeah. I think people also had a lot of nostalgia for Diamond and Pearl. And Pokemon saw the memes. But like, when Diamond and Pearl remakes, when Diamond and Pearl remakes. And then they made the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and everyone was like, I hate this. This is horrible. How could you, Pokemon? And I'm just like, I can only imagine how disappointed Game Freak must have been when they put out the Diamond and Pearl remakes. And people were like, this sucked. This was horrible. And they're like, what do you mean? I thought you wanted this. You memed about it for so much. And I think part of it comes down to execution. Like, if they did Diamond and Pearl remakes the way they did the remakes for Dragon Quest, I don't know if you guys have seen the Dragon Quest ones. Like the Dragon Quest 3, it's like in the Octopath Traveler style, and someone did like a rendition of that for Pokemon, and it looked so good. It looked amazing. Because it has that nostalgic feeling, but it's still in the whole like pixel art. I'm just like, oh yes, this is what people really want. But it was a very interesting quote. I forget who said it. It might have been the Louis Rossman guy. Where it's like, it's not the customer's job to tell you what they want. It's your job to figure out what they need. And I've noticed that a lot with YouTube as well. Like, I'm always very curious, you know, what you guys are interested in. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to make boring stuff. And sometimes I have very niche ideas. And I have a lot of ideas. So it helps for me to go, alright, well, I have like 20 ideas, but like 5 of these people are just not going to care about. So I shouldn't focus my energy on those 5 ideas. You know, people just aren't going to be there. I'm interested in it. It doesn't necessarily mean a lot of people will be interested in it. For example, the AI in video games video, like that one flopped. I was interested in it. People weren't that much interested in it. Or the cost of Genshin. I thought that was a very interesting video from my perspective. I was like, I love doing this. This is very interesting, but not necessarily interesting for people who watch Pokemon character runs. So that's something I have to keep in mind. Hi, when's season 3? The next couple of months. I haven't decided yet if I want to do a weekly release or if I should just release the videos as they're done. Basically my option is, if I do weekly, I have to finish all the videos and maybe just have the final video left to work on, and then I can do the releases, so it's a new episode every week. The other option is for me to do what I've been doing with this season 1 and season 2, which is as soon as a video is done, I just release it that week. So then there's like a 2 to 3 week gap between episodes. Not sure if you gamers have a preference, but if it is a weekly release, it probably won't be out until like August. Man, the sequel of In Another World with my smartphone is weird. Funny enough, that's one of the few isekai I haven't watched yet. I think what they did in Oras with the new Lore and Legends story remakes, yeah, that was good. I think that's what people wanted when they said Diamond and Pearl remakes. And then they just gave us Chibi version, which had a lot of glitches in it. And the only real new addition was, like, Pokemon could follow you. They got rid of, it wasn't so much a remake as it was a demake. Like, they got rid of features and they made it easier. So that's probably where things started to flop a little bit. Okay, so the good news is we now have access to don't know if Zubats spawn in during the day, but we do have access to Geodude now, finally. Do you think the overlap of Pokemon fan and math nerds would be fairly high? Yeah. It kind of makes me want to explain the algorithm thing again. You guys want to learn some stuff? You guys want to learn a little bit about YouTube? You want to learn a little bit about YouTube? You guys feel like learning a little bit? You guys want to learn? I kind of want to explain it, but I don't want to like mansplain things. Where's my YouTuber mansplaining YouTube right now? Yeah, we're about to get a Geodude. I think we catch the Geodude and then we switch to lesson time. It'll be interesting. Squid's playing it, exactly. Even though I love your videos, I don't think you should try to push yourself to do one every week, because I know it can be. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I'm like, I'm not the kind of guy who does weekly. It's more like I work on a thing and then when it's done, it's done. Because sometimes a lot of my projects take like 2 to 3 weeks to do. We are our wallflowers, yes. Okay, so we have our Geodude. This is our now official starter Pokemon. Why is one of them comically small? Look at this, one of them's tiny. He's like half the size of the other guy. Is this a perspective thing? It has to be perspective, right? He's not just significantly tinier. Okay, I was perspective. Okay, let me not die to the Geodude. Let me not die to the Geodude. Let me not die. Oh my gosh, the Geodude didn't want to kill me. They want to kill me so much. Run, Brock. Run as fast as your little feet can take you. Catch the tiny one. I could make a joke about. I won't. I'm thinking about it, but I won't. Okay. Let me save the game real quick, and we'll switch over to Photoshop so I can. I like this music. We're gonna keep this music on. Oh yeah, character customization all the way in the game corner for some reason. Here, let me do this. Then I'm gonna pull up Photoshop so I can show you gamers the stuff I'm talking about. Photoshop. Nah, it's just the next lesson of Vaskonomics 101. Yeah, exactly. I want to learn stuff, yeah. It's said mainly because I love high quality of videos. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Very aggressive rocks. This game did introduce size variations of Pokemon in the same species. They did, but I don't think they're reflected in the overworld that much. Your chat isn't showing everything as its top. Oh no. I don't know how to fix that. We're showing every... Oh. Live chat. Wait. I don't know how that adjusts to... Let's see. Let me show you, gamers. Let me show you. Thank you for letting me know, Hyper Bro. You make a good point right there. Okay, so I'm gonna learn first, right? So the way I do the chat in this box right here, you see how it says top chat, right? So this is actually a web source. Now, how do I interact with this? I don't know. Because it is set to top chat, right? So the way I do this, the way this shows up, is I do pop out chat, and then there you guys are, and then if I change it to live chat, I don't think this translates to the OBS one though. Like if I do this, is it gonna change to? No, it didn't change it. It's still stuck on live chat. Interesting. Oh wait, there's interact. I could click interact. And now we can change it to live chat. There we go. This is why it's good to explore stuff and learn stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna move you guys to the other screen so I can see chat while I'm explaining stuff, and then I'm gonna explain some YouTube algorithm for you. So here we'll actually adjust this. So here's the way this text looks. I just put a game title. Explaining YT algo. That's what we're doing now. Explaining the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So, the way the YouTube algorithm works, we're gonna start a new. You'll see it in a moment. You'll see it in a moment. Hold on. I did the wrong thing. Dang it. Dang it. 1000 by 1000. There we go. Wait, this is not what I want to do. I want to switch the screen. So we're going to show the screen share, but we're going to show you the other screen so I can draw on it. I'm going to do display 2. There you go. Hi, gamers. And now you're going to see yourself again because I put you on the other screen. Ignore. I'm organized, I promise. Trust the streamer. Don't trust me. Don't trust me at all. Okay. So you might have noticed some things with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll explain it a little bit. I was gonna show you my homepage, but unfortunately it has things I don't want to see. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna do it anyways. I'm just, you know. So how do we start this? So the YouTube algorithm and the way it works, I'm gonna use the Pikachu brush. I'm gonna use the Pikachu brush to explain it. So what is the YouTube algorithm trying to do? How does it recommend videos to you? Oh, the PC background. This is actually in Bulgaria. This is the town where my grandparents live, and we drive up the mountain, and my grandpa just stopped at like a random side road, and I took this picture, and I really like this picture. So that's why it's my background. And then we usually like go hiking. It's like to the left of here. We'll go hike and like forage mushrooms and stuff. Yeah. So this is just Bulgaria. I'll be there like next month. Do you just use your mouse to draw, or do you use? I have a drawing tablet, but I don't know how to draw. So yes. I use like a pen for it, but so what does it do? Let's start with the simple stuff, right? What is its job? Excuse the poor handwriting. What is Algo's job? So the main thing the YouTube algorithm wants to do is show you like it has to pick videos for you. That is its main job. It's pick vids to show. So if you, I'll show you my homepage. When are we back to the game? As soon as I finish explaining this. So when you open up your YouTube homepage, the algorithm's job is to pick these videos that are showing up here. Its job is to show you videos that you might be interested in so that you click on them. Because if I open up the YouTube homepage and it just shows me random stuff, chances are I'm not going to watch any of this, and I'm going to leave the platform. And they want you to stay on the platform, which is why when you open up incognito YouTube, oh wow, it just says try searching to get started. It doesn't even give you a homepage anymore if you just open incognito tab. That's wild. YouTube.com. Wow. Okay, I did not realize they made this change. So if you open up YouTube incognito, it just straight up says search something because it doesn't know what to recommend you. And if it gives you random stuff, you're just gonna click away. So it's just like, what do you want to see? So as someone who has been using the platform for a while, it'll start recommending stuff that it thinks you want to see. But here's the thing. There's millions, if not billions, of videos on the platform that exist there's like millions of hours of content uploaded every single hour on the platform. So it has to pick out of gajillions of options, and it is owned by Google, so it's out of, we just say Google options. I know there's not that many actual videos. Out of Google options, it has to pick like 6 to show you. And it has to, how do you decide to pick which 6 out of like millions of videos to show someone? And that's basically where you get a bunch of like recommendation algorithms. Is obviously they can't have a human worker looking over each. Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult to have a human look at all of these. So the way they do this, right? Well, you have to pick only 6. So then you have to do criteria. Correctly mathematically, exactly. Yeah. So they need to have criteria to select criteria. Because if I say, hey, pick me 6 videos, you're gonna be like, okay, well, what do I base my choice on? How do I decide which 6 to show you? Even if I have only 10 options, picking 6 out of 10 things, it's like, well, what am I? Even if I say, hey, pick me a team for Pokemon, you're like, okay, but like, what am I basing this choice off of? Is it grass type Pokemon? Are you trying to do a challenging run? Are you trying to do competitive? Because my answer is going to be very different depending on what the purpose is of me choosing this thing, right? So typically, if you say that this is a purely very good platform whose only purpose is to deliver as much value to you as possible as a viewer, the criteria would be to max value for viewer, right? Max viewer value. So that every time you show up to the platform and you open up the homepage, what you see here is stuff that is relevant and interesting to you. And you go, yes, I will continue using YouTube because when I open it, it has curated content that is relevant and interesting to me, and that can vary. Again, by people. Some people want to learn stuff. Some people want to hear news. So like this guy covers sort of Convaleria. I did a couple of sponsorships on this game. This is not a sponsor stream. I personally actually really enjoyed this game because it's kind of like Fire Emblem. It's a tactical RPG, and I think the story is really good. I personally love the game. So this is like one of the few creators that like covers the game and news on it and guides and stuff. So I tend to watch his channel, which is why it's recommending me this stuff. I don't know why it's recommending Hidden Power Podcast, but they talk about Pokemon content, so they know that I'm interested in Pokemon content here and there. I've been listening to a lot of like informative stuff, and I think it's just assuming I'll like this video. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna watch this video, but it thinks I'm gonna like it. And then same, like I've been listening to like, why I quit my post-grad, just because I need something to listen to like editing or recording. So again, it just assumes I want to listen to like someone talk about why they gave up on teaching. I have no idea. This is YouTube trying to do outreach for small channels. So they pick a small channel and they're like, here, maybe you'll like this. Maybe you'll like this. Do you play the Trigger series at all? I don't know what the Trigger series is, so I'm just gonna say no. I assume you're talking about like Trinity Trigger and stuff like that, but it might be something different. And then I have no idea why I'm just gonna click not interested. Because I think I've watched like VTuber clips or streamer clips and it just thinks, oh, I do have Trinity Trigger, I haven't played it yet. And you scroll down a bit more and then there's more sort of Convaleria stuff. CJ Hyperfresh. I watched this guy because he talks about coding stuff. So like it knows, right? But here's the thing, it has to pick 9 things out of Google options. Do you like my font? I do. And ideally, you want it to maximize viewer value, but the way you can define viewer value is very different, right? So there's viewer value. But then there's also platform value. So what helps the platform continue the most long term? And ideally, it is viewer value, right? The best way for YouTube to continue being YouTube and to continue being the top video platform is for it to deliver what you want. But sometimes the things you want to see aren't very friendly to the things that make money. So there's a little bit of a clash here, because what's best for the platform isn't necessarily what's best for the viewer. Because you watch YouTube for free. A lot of people watch this content for free. Like, so the viewer, most viewers, they spend $0 on YouTube, which is why you end up seeing a lot of ads. So a lot of the platform is funded by advertisement. So if the platform wants to continue existing and hosting billions of hours of videos, they have to make money somehow, because it takes a lot of servers. You have to pay all of your employees who are like curating the algorithm and dealing with bots and all this other, like, any business, in order for it to exist, needs to generate money somehow. And I mean, absolutely no one is I have YouTube Premium, actually. But that's a different story. I will say YouTube Premium feels really great because I never see any ads, and that's basically the only reason why I have it. But for most people, you watch YouTube for free. YouTube has to make money. So the way YouTube makes money is through ads, which means that the platform not only cares about viewer value, but it also cares about ads value. So it has to optimize for two things. It's no longer just optimizing for you. It's also having to consider, what do advertisers care about? And what makes this platform friendly for advertisers? And this also means that YouTube now has to consider things like children, because there's laws for advertising to kids. Laws for ads. Has to consider things like profanities, because some advertisers don't want to advertise if the content has a lot of swearing on it. For example, let's just say a church wants to advertise itself, and they're like, "Hi, we are the Holy Church of Holiness, and you should come to our service on Sunday." And then the ad ends, and it's some Australian guy dropping 5 swears right afterwards. Like, there's a mismatch between that. There's also the other thing that YouTube has to consider, right, because of ads value, is how much exposure it gives. Because if you're an advertiser, this is basically an eye, like, right? It's views. It translates to views. Because as advertisers, you really care about your thing reaching as many people as possible. Realistically, let's just say that. So that then we gotta ask why advertisers, right? Like, what benefits advertising? What ads care about? And why do they care about views the most? Let's just say I have a product. What do I make? I make a video game. Vasko Games. Let's just say I make a video game, right? I have a video game. There's several ways for people to find out about my video game. Let's just say I have my video game on Steam. So you can explore the Steam library and find it there. But not a lot of people are going to do this. You can also hear about it from a friend, which is called word of mouth. Or you can see an ad about it. And basically, you need a lot of people to see the ad, because not everyone seeing the ad is going to care about the ad. And you see this a lot on cable television, and you probably see this with ads you see on YouTube. You're going to see ads that have nothing to do with you. And you're like, why am I seeing an ad for eczema cream I don't have eczema. Why am I seeing an ad about sports car? I don't know, Porsche. Why am I seeing a Porsche ad? I'm never gonna buy a Porsche. Why am I seeing an ad for it? And that's because it's trying to cast a wide net. A wide net. And it's hoping to catch a few fish. So like they know that when they get 1,000 views, probably like maybe let's say 1,000 views, maybe like 1 to 2 people are actually gonna care about this thing. Right? So this is why advertisers really care about seeing a lot of views. And it means that YouTube has to care not so much 100% about what you want to see. So ideally, you as a viewer, you're just like, I just want you to focus 100% on me. Just give me the videos I want to see and the stuff I want to see. Don't show me any of this other stuff and don't show me ads. But then the platform is like, well, we have to continue existing, and the best way for us to do this is to focus on advertisers. And so we have to make it ad friendly. So like they can't give you 100% and they can't give the advertisers 100%. So they have to find a balance. And this is where things get a little complicated with the platform, because they're trying to balance out like who do we focus on. And ideally this is where you just have a nice 50-50 split, right? So half of it cares about you and half of it cares about the advertiser. So it's trying to make it ad friendly, but also you friendly. So it's trying to give you what you want while also trying to fulfill advertiser needs. And a lot of times the happy medium between what viewers value and what advertisers want comes down to a few metrics on YouTube, which is what they care about, which is watch time and views, and to some extent click-through rate, which determines the amount of views you get. So the easiest way for them to tell if someone likes a video is based on the watch time. They're like, how many people watched this video? And I can actually show you this through my analytics a little bit. Right, so we have, I'm gonna pull up the mom video, and then I'm gonna pull up a failed video. I'm gonna pull up how the Genshin Impact video. So we have the mom video. Here you go. This is the mom video. Why is it so zoomed out? Oh my gosh, it is very zoomed out. I don't know why it's so zoomed out here, but so this is the mom video. As you can see, click-through rate's like 5%. So this means out of 100 people they show this video to, 5 people click it. So this is the advertiser net. You see this? We show this to 100 people and only 5 click it. It's the same thing. They go wide. So the higher the click-through rate, the better. Because this means that, hey, if we show this video on the homepage of 100 people, 5 times, 5 of them are going to click that video right away. They're going to be like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Now compare that to a video that did not perform so well. We have the Genshin Impact, how much it costs video. That's a 1.6. So then YouTube's like, well, we can show this to 100 people, but like only one of them is going to click it. Whereas the mom video gets 5 times the amount of clicks, so we're going to promote the mom video. So this is why you see a lot of clickbait thumbnails, because they care about this number being high. Because otherwise, this is a waste for the platform to show you one of these if you're never going to click it. Like this right here that I click not interested in, this was a failure of the algorithm and a complete waste. Both my time and the platform's time. Because it showed me something wrong. So they have to be harsh because they can only pick so many of these. And the other thing they care about is the watch time. You can see this in engagement. So there's average view duration of 7.5 minutes. So in reality, people only watch like the first third of the video. So if you ever wonder why a lot of sponsorships show up at the start of the video, it's because of this. Most times you look at video analytics, a lot of the viewers are clustered at the start, which is why sponsors want to be right here. They don't want to be here. They want to be right here. They want to be here at the start of the video. This is why a lot of times you see YouTube having a sponsor, it's here. Sometimes it's in the middle because they've retained a lot of people, but a lot of times it's at the start of the video. So this looks nice. This looks like a nice graph. So let's look at the failed graph, right? You got the Genshin video. This actually has a higher view duration. So people watch this for longer. But then you look at percent viewed and it's much shorter. So then they're like, okay, well, the people who watch this, a lot less people watched this video, even though it's a longer video. So they kind of have to do this trade-off. They're like, all right, well, which video gets watched for longer? And that's better. So the longer you watch a thing, the better. Which is why you see retention editing happening a lot. That's why you see Mr. Beast popping off. Because there's always something happening in a Mr. Beast video. There's always bells and whistles that keep people's attention. So then the algorithm assumes this is good because people are watching for longer. And it also accumulates views because then the algorithm is like, well, people watch this longer, so we're going to show it to more people. And hopefully the CTR is also high. So realistically, you care about watch time and the packaging. So why does YouTube does this? Why does it do this? Well, it has to play a game of a thing called the 1,000-Arm Bandit. So this is the way the algorithm works. This is what I wanted to explain. So it's the 1,000-Arm Bandit. So this is, I think it's considered a coding problem. It's a computer science problem where essentially you have a bunch of slot machines. This is very poorly drawn, but you have like a bunch of slot machines and you have, let's just say, there's starting to look like Among Us characters. But you have a bunch of slot machines and you have, let's say, $100. How do you figure out, like, how do you get the most money back from your, this is the Celadon game corner, yeah. You have $100. How do you get the most money? How do you get the most? How get most? And the idea is you go to each machine and you play it a few times and you see how many times it wins. So this one you only win 10% of the time, and this one you only win 2% of the time, and this one you only win, let's just say 14% of the time. And so it keeps going like this. So essentially what the YouTube algorithm does is it plays this game, but instead of slot machines, it's videos. So it's like vid A, vid B, vid C. So it does this thing where it shows your videos and then it sees what is the success rate of each video. It looks at things like the watch time and the click-through rate. And what ends up happening is if you have a video that's only winning 2% of the time, this video just gets shadow banned. It just doesn't get shown to anyone. Because it's like, well, this video kind of sucks. Because nobody's clicking it. And the people who do click it, they like drop off. Only like 15% of the people are watching this video until the end of the video. So we're just gonna assume that this is a bad video. And we're just not gonna show it to anyone. And then if you look at the overview, let's say, yeah, for today, real time, this video has only gotten 9 views in the past 48 hours. So this video has lost the 1,000-Arm Bandit game. Now the mom video, how's that one doing? Is it reach? Where was it? Overview? 5,000! This one has won the 1,000-Arm Bandit game. And it's being shown a lot more. Now the thing that's frustrating though, is who does this get shown to? So this is the part where you start to see burnout and difficulty in trying out different content. Which is why you see a lot of YouTubers do the same type of thing over and over again. Not to really call out YouTubers, but you will notice this. Like if you, there's like Flygon HG. I think his content's good. He does a lot of like Nuzlocke type runs. But like if you look at a run that's, let's say Hardcore Nuzlocke gets around 200, 300k views. But then if he does something different, does a different type of content, it does not perform as well. And you can see this for other channels too. If they do something that's not the thing they usually do, it tends to not get as many views, and it's not as bad for his channel, but it's pretty bad for other channels. So the way this game works is that they show this to your subscribers. This is the magic 300 number. They show it to about 300 subscribers. It's a mix. In reality, it's like 150 subs and then 150 randos. But this is based on channel interest. Because and remember, this is an algorithm. This is not a smart thing. So what happens is, when I post a video, it takes the mom video and it shows it to people who watch Connects Become Champion. And they're like, yes, I love this. So then it shows it to more people who watch that. Because it's like, yes, we won the 1,000-arm bandit game. This is a 14%. Let's go. And then when I post the Genshin video, it also shows it to people who watch Connects Become Champion. Surprise, surprise. They're not that interested. They don't watch this stuff. So then it says the video is a failure. So it makes it hard to do a lot of passion projects, because it really depends on these 300 people that it shows it when it plays the game. I don't know where I was going with this, but I was just kind of explaining this. Now this, from viewer perspective, it doesn't matter that much, but from channel perspective, it limits what a creator can do. So a lot of times you might be passionate about a specific thing, but like one type of content pops off, like Connects Become Champion, and then you're just stuck making that because that's the only thing that wins the 1,000-arm bandit game. Yeah, luckily you do have the subscriber feed where people can see it, but most people don't check that, which is very unfortunate. So from a viewer perspective, what this does, like if you were a viewer, so as a viewer, the algorithm looks at what you watch often. So like content type that you watch. And then it looks at how long you watch it for. How long? And then platform time. It looks at how long you stay on the platform. So a lot of times if you just watch a video and you leave the platform right afterwards, let's just say you played a 50-minute video and then you close out of YouTube because you're like, all right, I'm good, I'm satisfied. That's sometimes seen as a bad thing because you're leaving the platform. That means less views overall for people. Yeah, so it's like if you... The best way to tell YouTube what videos you want to watch is to click them when they show up on your homepage, or save them to like a playlist and then do watch them eventually, and watch all of it. Like the longer you watch of it, the better. And sometimes it tends to like try to recycle stuff, so it shows you like the same thing over and over. So like repeat views, because then this is a good sign that you like the video because you watch it again. A lot of times you don't watch a video again because you watched it once and you're like, I know what happens. But a good sign of like this was a quality thing is you're willing to watch it several times over and over, which is why it shows them to you several times over and over. It's like, hey, you like this. You liked this in the past. Watch it again, please. Watch it again. And if you do, it's happy. But if you don't, it's like, well, was it really good? Wait, so how it show off to new people of the vids is successful instead of in general? What do you mean? For me, the best performing video, it depends on how you rank it best, but you know, if we're talking purely views. Also, yeah, Giovanni's gonna be out soon. Whoops, spoilers. Purely on views, it's this one, Who's the Third Starter, and then the Marnie video. But the third starter was short. It was, again, about 6% click-through rate. And then people watch half of the video. That's usually the golden point. You have 6% CTR of people watching half of it. And I don't think this was a good video either. That's the worst part. That's the worst part of being a YouTuber. You make a video... and I mean, it's great. It's great that it's being watched, but like people sort by most viewed, and this is, I sound horrible in this, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's the YouTube algorithm in a nutshell. It's trying to balance viewer value plus ad value, so it cares a lot about things like views. Can Amaris become champion in Pokemon? I might do that, but just for Blueberry, because a lot of their teams are like late game teams. Okay. Back to the game, back to Brock. Actually, I yapped too long, gamers. This is not good. I yapped too long. I'm gonna have to stop streaming in like 2 minutes. Because this is about to be lunchtime. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, the YouTube algorithm. That is just a generic way of how it works. They can like change and optimize what metrics they care about and what works best. So it's always, yeah, can Giovanni become champion? Confirmed. It's gonna be out tomorrow. It's available on Patreon for now, but I don't even know where I was going with this talk, I'll be honest. I knew when I started talking, but then I forgot. I got too carried away. I think I just wanted to explain how it works and the 1000 Arm Bandit and what it considers and why it's not always perfect. This is why I was also curious to see like what people's pet peeves are, and a lot of them are just we're seeing too many ads, which tells me that the platform is focusing a little bit too much on the advertiser side and not as much on the YouTuber side. You should clip this section and turn it into a video. Sure, it won't be viewed as much, but it'll be useful. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should. I know a lot of streamers that find success in being streamers is because they do clips of this type of stuff. They just yap about something random and then they make it into a video. Maybe I make a second channel that's like stream. I don't know what to call it. What should I call the second channel? Run away right away. Dang it. I want to catch the little guy. Well, you answered my question, yeah. Yeah, the advertisers are the ones who actually pay them. True. Yeah, it's an interesting trade-off, and it's probably not 50-50. Yeah, based on how many ads people seem to be getting and how they complain about ads all the time, it probably is a little bit more like a 70-30 kind of situation, but it's a very interesting time we live in. If you ever make a second channel, you should make the mascot an Octoling. I could, yeah. I could. There's a lot of random stuff to think about. Could Chespin, Dayton, or Lacey? Yep. Yeah, if you guys remember that one stream I did where I beat the game as Kofu, and I was like, let me cook. The idea for that was for me to have like an end game save where I could go to Blueberry Academy and play as one of those 4. So I might actually try that. It probably won't happen for several months because I'm working on a lot of projects at the moment. But it is an idea I do have. It'd be like, could they become champions in Blueberry? I'm curious what Pokemon this is. Burmy. It's a Burmy. Hi, little Burmy. My last Pokeball. Oh, I was about to fight it. My last Pokeball. Will we catch the Burmy? Yeah, they would absolutely crush the league. Yeah, a lot of the Blueberry, like their Pokemon are all late game, so they're all like level 60, which would make it hard to do a run of the normal game, but I could do a run in Blueberry Academy. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Sorry I yapped a little bit too much about about random YouTube algorithm stuff, but I hope it was interesting for you guys to learn about it. Because games are fun and all, but it's also fun to learn stuff. At least for me it is. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And a good night, day, whatever time zone you're in. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you guys Why do I only see bug types? This is the bug type area. But yeah, I hope you gamers have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week, where the wheel will decide what we're streaming next. Goodbye, gamers.